Alright, I would like to use this video to just officially, publicly challenge Donnie B to a debate about end times theology concerning the rapture. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't see my position actually presented correctly by Donnie B and Ken Hovind, and I don't see the people who actually agree with my position actually properly explain it and share it on his debates and discussions and what have you. So I feel like I need to make that clear. But the main reason why I'm doing this is because with Donnie B's position here about a post-trib, pre-wrath rapture, where the church goes through the time of Jacob's trouble and actually faces the temptation of the mark of the beast, is that it subtly leads people to think that they can take the mark of the beast. And that needs to be addressed, because during this time of Jacob's trouble, the Great Tribulation, dispensations will have changed. The church will be raptured. The way you're saved is not the same anymore. You see, in this period that we're in, we're saved by grace through faith, that not of ourselves is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. And that's why Donnie B has told me that he sees me as a brother, because we both believe the gospel, but this is not a matter of salvation. And I agree and disagree. It's not a matter of Donnie's salvation. It's not a matter of my salvation. And it's not a matter of a lot of the people that are part of his network and people who come on and do their debates and what have you, because a lot of them believe the gospel. So it's not a matter of our salvation, but it is a matter of others' salvation who have not been saved as of yet. Because you see, he seems to take the point of view that the elect cannot be deceived. And it's like, okay, you do not have to be deceived to sin. You don't have to be deceived to take the mark of the beast. Matter of fact, nobody's going to be deceived when they take the mark of the beast. There's going to be an angel flying around saying to worship God, another one flying around saying Babylon is fallen, and a third one flying around saying whoever takes the mark is going to be damned. So there's no deception going on. It's clearly laid out for you, a choice, right? Life or death, right? You get to choose. So it's not anybody being deceived, it's being tempted. And of course, the church, we can be tempted, right? We get tempted every day, and guess what? We sin not because we're deceived, because we're tempted to do so. And this is the temptation that's going to come upon the whole world. It's the mark of the beast. And if you're teaching that the church is going through it, you're teaching that we are saved by grace through faith, that not of ourselves, it's a gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast, during the tribulation period. This means that those Christians among us who don't truly believe the gospel, they just kind of claim it because the way they're seeing it is, oh yeah, I can drive across country, no big deal. But you're offering me a free plane ticket so that I can get there easier, faster? Okay, I'll take it. They never truly understand that they couldn't actually do it themselves. They haven't truly understood their state, that they are a sinner and they're helplessly lost. Right? There's some people who are like that. And then there's others who are on the fence, and there's others who just simply don't believe the gospel. And if you're preaching this to them, when they go through their tribulation and they are tempted with the mark of the beast, well, you just planted seeds that the devil can use to take root into their hearts and minds to think, hey, you can take the mark of the beast, because they were teaching you're saved by grace through faith, that not of yourselves, is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. It's not about what you say or do or don't say or do. You're saved because of what God's done for you. Right? They were teaching 1 Corinthians 5:5, where this man was sleeping with his mother or his stepmother. And they were saying, yeah, he might face an early death, but his soul is saved, his spirit is saved in the day of the Lord Jesus, because he believes the gospel. So you can take the mark. And if you just get one person to take the mark of the beast because of this teaching, that's going to affect you for eternity. You just got to think of this. Do you have family and friends that haven't believed the gospel? I'm assuming you do. I don't know anybody who doesn't. What if you lead them to think it's okay to take the mark of the beast because of this subtle error, this subtle deception that is planted there, where they can think it's okay to take the mark of the beast? I even heard on the discussion where they were asking questions, I don't remember if it was Ken Hovind or Donnie who actually said this, but they were saying, oh, it's to take the mark and worship the beast, implying that you could take the mark without worshiping the beast, which again would lead somebody to think, oh yeah, I can take the mark and still be saved. It needs to be addressed. I like how Ken Hovind ended it when he left. He said, go out there and do something for the Lord, save souls. This is something that is going to lead, even if it's just one or two people, potentially more with the people they're reaching with this, to think it's okay to take the mark of the beast. You see, Donnie and Ken Hovind and those who believe in this post-trib, pre-wrath tribulation, and they're preaching this, they'll be raptured with me pretty soon here before the tribulation actually starts. And guess what? A lot of these people who are on the fence and don't believe, or were left behind because they never truly believed the gospel, they just thought they did, they're going to be looking at his videos. They're going to be studying the things that were said and wondering why he was raptured, and they're going to be listening and thinking, wow, the grace message, I did ever really truly accepted it. And the script is going to be flipped, where Satan's not going to attack the gospel anymore. He's going to be preaching it. Saved by grace through faith. Why? Because it opens the door for you to take the mark of the beast, thinking that you could still be saved. Right? So, this definitely needs to be addressed. It is a matter of salvation, not a matter of the salvation of Donnie or myself, or the church that truly believes the gospel, but it's the matter of salvation of others, so it needs to be addressed. That, and I think if I could just have my position properly represented, it would actually boost the faith and keep the hope alive and those people waiting for the rapture, that they don't lose that hope and that faith, and they don't get discouraged. But I would also like to say, for those that believe in the rapture before the tribulation, to still prepare, but not for yourselves, but you know that your neighbors, your family, and your friends, a lot of them don't believe. And you don't know if there's some that say they believe, but they don't really truly believe. They never really truly understood the state that they're in. They're going to need the help. So, stock up on water, canned foods, survival gear, maybe tents, sleeping bags, compasses, the magnesium fire starters, different things like that, waterproof matches, those kind of thermo blanket things, different things like that that you think would help them out. Uh, but again, it's not for yourself, because the church is to live by faith, not by sight, and we are told not to worry about such things. But that grace is going to be lifted during the time of tribulation. So you don't got to really worry about that. The way I always saw it is you need to learn the bare minimum of what you need to survive, because if you stock up, there's going to be people who what they decided to stock up on was weapons, and they'll just take what you have. And then what are you going to do? Well, if you know the different types of plants that you can eat, such as there's 400 types of grass around the world, and you can live off that if you need to, then you can live off the grass. You know the bugs in your area, the insects that you can actually eat. You can live off of that. You know how to start a fire. You can cook those bugs, right? Might taste a little better, not so gooey and gross, right? And keep warm. You learn these things. You teach these things. You're helping yourself and you're helping others, right? It's not just about you and protecting yourself through what's to come. You got to have your mindset on others. I think sometimes as Christians, you kind of get a little bit comfortable. I'm saved. I don't got to worry about anything. All right, then. Well, then put your focus on others. And if you're going to be a teacher, right, like Donnie's doing and others, you need to make sure you're teaching the right thing. Because though we're saved, we're going to be judged. And you think of this, you're going to stand before Jesus and be judged for what you're, not only the same works everybody else has worked for, but you're also going to be judged by your teaching. Like James said, hey, don't desire to be a teacher, because you're judged a little differently, a little harsher. So you got to get this shit right. This has eternal consequences to it. So thanks for watching, and take care.